Namaste. My name is Henry. In 2013, while filming a documentary on the life and teaching of Bhagavan Ramana Maharishi in the city of Tiruvannamalai in South India, I met an extraordinary man. His name is Leslie. Every day I would see him with big bags of buns and bread, feeding dozens of dogs all over Tiruvannamalai. I quickly found out that Leslie was the director of the Arunachala Animal Shelter. That's an organization that helps animals in Tiruvannamalai 24 hours, 7 days a week. It might be a cow that has been hit by a bus, or a dog that has been hit by a car, or a monkey that is too old to fend for himself. Leslie and his dedicated team of volunteers help the animal with an open heart. It is really a great work. So I decided to do a short video on Leslie and his team. If you can help them, at the end of this video, their website will be mentioned. Any donation that you can give them will go directly to help the animals that are the most helpless beings in that town.
So my name is Leslie. I'm 77 now. So this is the last stretch of my life. I had intended to come here in 2006 for 2 weeks and head for the Himalayas. I was going to rent a remote cabin and write and do practices, ride around on a two-wheeler and spend the rest of my life. Just before I was going to go, I found out that they were going to start killing the street dogs street by street. I had heard stories about it, but it was often brutal with clubs and strangling. It was to try to cull the population so it wouldn't increase. The population had been increasing for 40 years, and each year they killed dogs. So I heard that 2 days before I was going to leave, and I stopped doing whatever I was doing. And I made dozens and dozens and dozens of calls. And for the first time in 35 years, we managed to stop the killing. And it was very clear that if I left, it was just a matter of time before the killing would start again. So I understood that this is what I was supposed to do. So my life as I had known it ended, and I focused to do this. And we set about I had no idea what it is. They wanted a population control program in place, the municipality.
Okay.
So I focused, and we did it, and that's how it began. That's how I got into this.
So there was no shelter whatsoever?
There was no shelter. There wasn't a veterinarian that knew small animals within 70 kilometers. There were the population of homeless dogs was over 4,000. It was probably 5,000 or 6,000 homeless dogs. There were between 250 and 500 suffering and dying animals on the streets. It was a horror scene, just a horror scene. There was widespread abuse. There was rabies in the population.
So how long has the shelter been established?
In January of 2007. And this was originally, we have the use of this land, and we built this. and opened in January of 2007. The motivation was to lift suffering from the animal realm. My guru had instructed me long ago that the physician heals with the heart. So the very core of our work is demonstrative love, touching, hugging, stroking, and things started happening very magically. You know, I believe in a divine being. Incredible people were sent to us. Here's the two main ones, the two pillars. And we worked very hard. The motivation was very pure. But the really important things happened magically. It was very clearly it was grace. Even getting the use of this land. And so at the beginning, there was a lot of pressure to do sterilizations, to start population control, right? But I had given my people instructions that if they saw, in doing this, if they saw an animal in need, that took priority. They should bring it in. So we started, and it just kept on growing. I had no idea that we would end up with a clinic and a hospital and 24-hour emergency care and a broad adoption program and hospice, the whole thing. I had no idea that this was going to happen. And money came. We're in trouble now. We're being pressed financially. It's not cheap to run this place. We have a staff of 18, including 2 full-time vets. We've done about 5,200 sterilizations. The last 3 years, after 40 years, the population is finally decreasing. All the suffering and dying animals are off the streets now. We get more and more emergency calls. For the first couple of years, we get 3, 4, 5 calls a month, right? And last month, you told me in November, we had over 100 emergency rescues and important emergency cases.
In a month?
In a month. I mean, this is major. I mean, we have 250 animals coming to the shelter, but I'm talking major cases in the middle of the night, right? An animal is hit, we're out there. There's a lot of pressure.
If there's a car accident and a dog is involved or something,
a cow.
You're the only place the dog has a chance to survive.
All they have to do is call us. There's no cost.
You go and pick up the dog.
Within 20 to 30 minutes we'll be there. A cow, whatever it is, a horse, anything, will be there. Dr. Raja is in the shelter by the time they get there. And the animal, whatever necessary, is treated. Sometimes we've had the Lakshmi, a cow, had a fracture in 7 places. For 3 months, 4 months, we were treating her. So however long it takes, whatever it takes, we'll do it. I see the magic that happened, the magical things that happened for us as we were doing the work. Ramana Maharshi's involved in it. And Shiva, this is a sacred territory of Shiva. Shiva is the protector of animals. I'm not saying there's Rama and Ram and Krishna. They all take care of animals, but Shiva is the protector of animals.
Okay.
So this is sacred territory for animals. So between Ramana Maharshi and maybe my guru, whoever knows what's involved, these very magical things happen. Little girl right here, this mother with the one puppy. She was hit by a vehicle. They saw her lying on the side with 6 puppies, a broken back. So a lady, compassionate lady, is taking care of 5 of the puppies. This is a runt. She was too weak when she came in, so we brought them both in. And Dr. Raja has been giving her injections of non-inflammatories and vitamins in the spine and massaging. She can now stand. She's going to be able to walk. The puppy is healthy. Within about a month or 2, she'll be put into her territory.
If you would have not been there,
she would have just suffered and died, and the 6 puppies would have died. Yeah.
So what is your name, sir?
I'm Dr. Raja. My full name is Dr. Raja Shekaran.
How long have you been a doctor for animals?
I finished my post-graduation in 2007. So I joined after my post-graduation.
So do you treat animals elsewhere or just here?
Just here only. I don't go out. If any animal need emergency care or any, especially the cows, horse, they need a care, they can't bring it here. We go first there and treat them first. We give a initial treatment. Then later on we arrange for transporting. Then we bring back.
There's so many cows in the street. Many cows
Yes.
get hit by cars.
Not very often, but quite
Quite a
late.
few.
Yeah, few.
And now do you bring a cow from the street to here?
Yes.
Put
Right
them
now,
you put them in a truck?
yes. Right now we have one cow that's staying outside. He hit by some vehicle. We don't know. People called us, so we went over there. First, I went over there and I treated. Then the next day we brought it here. He had severe maggots on the hoof. He lost part of his hoof. Right now it's with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you like the most about your job?
I actually chose the veterinary science. I like to work on
You
animals.
like to
Yes.
work on help animals,
Yes,
take them out of their suffering.
yes.
And my full name is Viswanathan.
And how long have you been managing things for the shelter?
Actually, I came here, I'm the first one.
Yeah?
So I came with my boss 8 years.
8 years ago?
Yeah, actually, this is my dream. I'm in heaven.
You're in heaven.
Yes.
Oh, that's so nice. Are you a boy from Tiruvannamalai?
Yeah, I'm born here.
You're born and raised here.
Yes.
So you know how much Ramana Maharishi loved animals.
Of course, I was working at Ramanashram, I think 3 years.
What is your wish for yourself and the shelter for the future?
Future, we have to cover around 100 kilometer far. Always 24 hours we need ambulance and we need big space for all kind of animals. So in future definitely we will cover around 100 kilometers.
100 kilometers around, so the
All kind of animals.
animal will feel safe and protected
Yeah.
100 miles from the shelter.
My name is Jyothi.
And what do you do for the shelter?
I help Leslie with the Facebook side of the shelter, promoting the shelter through social media.
You've been an animal lover all your life?
My whole life.
This guy, was an owner dog. He was hit by a vehicle. He has a broken back. They abandoned him. So he gets extra affection. He's not going to make it. He's a hospice case. His energy is going down, but he gets a lot of stroking and loving. He feels very safe. He'll generally hear the chants playing throughout the day.
Okay.
At night we have a good staff. He's one of the ones tagged for extra affection and attention. The monkey is a hospice case, Hanuman. So this baby is, he was in terrible condition when he came to us. And he was aggressive to all human beings. He's the only one that he'll let touch him. But he's here, and now he gets food that he likes. He can watch interesting things in the clinic. He's safe, and he'll maybe live another week or so.
What happened to the lower part of his body?
It was an injury maybe several months ago or longer, and he was just out there suffering. He was very weak when he came to us. He was aggressive towards everything, but he's feeling safe now. He's a hospice case.
Is this an old monkey?
Not too old, 9 years, 10 years old. They can live to 15 or 20.
So he will live maybe a week or two.
Another week, yeah. But he's, so when he wants to sleep, he covers himself, and he's safe, he's comfortable, and this is the best time of the last year of his life for him. When he dies, they'll be put on a prayer list from some Tibetan Buddhist monks, and they'll do a puja for him for 49 days to send him energy in the bardo.